Well, now to another form of personal betterment. It's one of those interesting contradictions that as Australians are getting larger and less fit, the gym industry is getting stronger, turning flab into fab. And at this point, we all sit up just a little bit straighter. Young people in particular are often attracted to the industry, seeking careers as personal trainers. But there's now a warning that the contracts and work arrangements being pushed by some gyms are locking trainers into working for nothing. The fitness industry has grown large on the back of the desire to be thin. One of the people helping others in their quest for fitness is personal trainer Vaughan Cohen.
It was my passion being a personal trainer and working in the fitness industry. But also just so rewarding that I can actually do something for someone and make a difference in someone's life.
He left his native South Africa 3 years ago, seeking a new life in Australia. What he found in this country when he went to work for a large gym chain shocked him. An industry that's fit, but not, he says, necessarily fair.
It sounds very attractive. They advertise, oh, you get all these amazing benefits and make so much money, 100k salary. So it's not always fair. It doesn't give an honest picture.
On one level, he says his contract worked like a franchise, a business within a business. He paid a fee, paid a bond and paid a month's rent in advance. Despite that, the company required for the first 3 months, in lieu of rent, that franchisees work a number of hours supervising the gym, effectively as an employee.
When it works well, for the contractor, they can grow their skills in growing a client base and working with different clients within that facility. They're backed and supported by a recognised brand name, and they're able to leverage off that.
But from Vaughan Cohen's perspective, the arrangement did not work out for him.
I'm tired of struggling, finding clients and paying high expenses just to run my business. So if I could choose, I would still be in the fitness industry.
He says he was also expected to provide free training sessions to new gym members. The gym got the joining fee. He only saw money if those new members then chose him as their personal trainer. He's not alone though. This person also works as a trainer in another large gym chain, a different style of contract, but with, it's claimed, much the same result.
So they expect us to work for nothing. So those programs that they run during the year, we're expected to give up our time on particular days and do whatever's required. Hold group activity sessions, do measurements, that kind of thing. The trainers don't get paid for the time they put into these programs, and if you don't do it, you're sort of looked upon not in the best regard.
The personal trainers want to continue working in the industry. At their request, 730 has not disclosed the names of the companies involved. Lawyer Peter Humphreys, though, has looked over both contracts and believes they formalise an expectation that some tasks will be done without pay. It is not just an issue for gyms. He's seen similar arrangements in the fast food industry. He says they're perfectly legal, but whether they're perfectly fair is another question.
If that question had been asked 10 or 15 years ago, I think probably the answer would have been no. There is a change in the nature of workplaces these days, I think, with a greater emphasis on what might be termed laissez-faire almost, conditions of employment. That seems to be a bit of a trend in workplaces these days, that the terms and conditions that were once considered almost sacrosanct are sort of frequently absent.
According to Loretta Stace from Fitness Australia, the peak industry body, how some gyms employ their workers is causing concern.
We're very aware of it, and it's something that the industry forums that we have come together, and we can put these issues on the table, have the debate and talk about whether there needs to be a change to those models or not, and what impact it's having on the workforce itself.
There's a bit of this, dare I say it, the Americanisation of employment contracts in some industries.
And he says it's often young people getting caught up in this because industries like fitness are so attractive to them. Maria Albanese runs a gym in North Adelaide. It is not part of a chain and everyone who works here is an employee. It is, she argues, the best way to employ young, newly qualified trainers.
I think when they come out of the training organisations, they're quite inexperienced, and although they feel that they can start to operate a business within a business without great capital investment, they really don't have the skill set to operate a business.
It's a bit like lifting too much weight too soon, and she fears it may be compromising the industry's future.
There is a churn and burn of new trainers coming out from the training organisations, going into some of these rental models, and so what happens is they quickly leave the industry.
You can understand why people quit the industry. A lot of people who become personal trainers don't last even 12 months. They'll go into another field, a Monday to Friday 9 to 5.
And that, Maria Albanese argues, isn't good for anyone, especially when as a nation Australians are fatter than ever and need to hit the gym. It's important, she says, not only to be fit and fab, but fair as well.